If you're in over your head in debt and you don't see a way out, don't worry, you are not alone. According to a creditcards.com poll, 51% of Americans that were already in debt added to their debt during the pandemic. Even if you didn't add to your balances during the pandemic, getting out of debt is key to getting ahead with your finances. But rather than focusing on the downside of carrying debt, you should focus on getting out of it. In this video, I'm going over the 2 most common methods to get rid of your debt once and for all. Let's go. Hey, this is Carlos with Influential Finance, and on this channel, I make weekly videos to help you improve your personal finances. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Today, I'm breaking down the 2 most common ways to pay off debt: the debt snowball method and the debt avalanche method. Let's jump into it. Let's start by going over the debt snowball method. The debt snowball method is for consumers who like quick wins. If you thrive on motivation and need to see progress immediately in order to keep going, this method is for you. The debt snowball method works your debts from smallest balance to largest balance, paying off your smallest debts first so that you can have the victory feeling in the beginning and the motivation to keep going. The debt snowball method is simple. Write down all of your debts and arrange them by balance, smallest balance to largest balance, ignoring the interest rate for the time being. Also, note each debt's minimum monthly payment because you'll need that information too. For all of your debts, make sure you are paying at least the minimum payment every single month and that you are not falling behind on any of your monthly payments. Next, see how much extra money you have in your budget to put towards your debts. If you have a set amount you can budget, that would be best. For this example, let's say you have an extra $150 a month that you can put towards your debts. So go ahead and list all of your debts and list them from smallest balance to largest balance. I'm going to put a list of debts on the screen for this example so that you can follow along. These debts are organized from smallest balance to largest balance since we are following the debt snowball method. Let's assume that your smallest debt is an $800 credit card balance. Every month, you would pay the minimum payment on all of your debts, and you would throw the extra $150 at your smallest debt. Keep doing this until you pay off the first debt. Once you pay off the first debt, take the $175 that you were paying towards your first debt and throw it to the next debt on your list. In our example, you would add $175 to $50, paying a total of $225 to your next debt. As you pay off your debts and you work down your list, the amount of extra payments will grow. And this is why this method is called the debt snowball. You will keep building your snowball of payments until you are debt free. Some of the benefits of the debt snowball method is that you will have quick wins, which can also be very motivating. It also helps you change your spending behavior and will motivate you to cut back so that you can get out of debt faster. The main negative of the debt snowball method is that you will end up paying more interest since it focuses on balances and not interest rates. So that covers the debt snowball method. Let's now go over the debt avalanche method. The debt avalanche method focuses on interest rates rather than balances. It doesn't provide the same quick wins, but it helps you pay off the highest interest debt first, which should save you more money in the long run. The debt avalanche method works similar to the debt snowball method, but instead of listing your debts by balance, you will list them by interest rates, ignoring the balance. Just like the debt snowball method, make note of the minimum required payment for each debt. So I'm going to put a list of debts on the screen listed by interest rates. Like we did with the debt snowball method, we would pay the minimum payments on all of our debts. The difference now is that we would throw any extra money at the debt with the highest interest rate. You won't see the same quick wins that you saw with the debt snowball method, but eventually you will save money in the long run by paying the least amount of interest. Once you pay off the first debt, take the money that you were paying towards your first debt and roll it to the next debt on your list, which should be the debt with the next highest interest rate. You will keep doing this until you're completely debt free. Some of the pros of the debt avalanche method is that you will save money in interest by paying the debts with the highest interest rates first. If you stick with this plan, you may get out of debt faster because you'll save money in interest. Notice how I said may get out of debt faster. Just because you pay off less money doesn't necessarily mean you'll get out of debt faster. According to a study by the Harvard Business Review, which I'll leave linked in the description below, people who went with the debt snowball were more likely to stick with the debt payoff plan. Since they saw quick wins and progress faster, the debt snowball method motivated them to cut back and get out of debt faster. The main disadvantage of the debt avalanche method is that it takes a lot of time to see progress, which can be very frustrating and unmotivating. So, which method is right for you? It really depends on your personality. If you need to see instant progress in order to stay motivated with your debt payoff plan, stick with the debt snowball method. It may cost you more in interest over the life of your debt, but if it helps you stick with your debt payoff plan, that's all that matters in the end. The best plan for you is the plan that you will stick with, not the plan that you will put into action for a week and then give up. If you have more patience and paying high interest rates causes you to lose sleep at night, then go with the debt avalanche method and crush your debts by paying off the highest interest rates first. You can't go wrong with either method. Both will help you budget and focus your efforts on getting out of debt, rather than haphazardly paying the minimum balance every month and hoping for the best. The key is consistency. If it's tough to find extra money, get creative. Start a side hustle, cut some expenses, or rearrange some debts by refinancing so you have extra money to focus on the debts that hurt your finances the most. You can wander into debt, but it's gonna take some work to get out of it. That pretty much wraps it up for this video, but if you'd like to continue watching videos on my channel, I'll leave more videos linked right over here. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click on my face right here to subscribe for more weekly videos. That's been it. I'll see you in the next one.